Welcome back to the Tide Jeremy. This is Mike. I'm coming at you the weekly news and review for September 4th, 2022. We have lots of Masterpiece Transformers news, some Legends news and mainline news, like always, and some Transformers-ish news. We also have updates to the nacelle project for Sectaurs and a little bit more information, pricing, availability. We got some stuff going on in Masters of the Universe, including the Mo Tuesday reveal of these movie characters. Love them or hate them, I got some good stuff to say about it. We have the first reveal of the Hiya Toys G.I. Joe project. Yes, G.I. Joe Hiya Toys at the 3.75, kind of picking up where 25th anniversary left off. Maybe better. There's also the Neca part of this whole Target situation going on here. So this Geek Out, Fall Geek Out, we're going to talk a little bit more about that and what's available right now. And Star Wars. That's all I gotta say. Okay, we'll get into this and more coming up. Alright, so starting out, what's new at Shows? Well, we got these purple Make Toys EX04 Cyclone Hot Link, and we also have the blue version coming in. It's the Ion Storm. Those are coming in stock. It was like pre-order last week, in stock this week. Moving fast on these. Now, I do want to say the design's a little bit dated, but they still look pretty good. The paint is going to be phenomenal on these versus kind of what we're getting with the other ones, and it's going to have a nice shine and sheen to it. So if you're in on this, I don't think we're going to be seeing a purple version of any of the other Seekers for any time soon. Oh, and 150. They've got pre-orders for this Kid Concept 172nd Macross VF 1S God of Flame with Fast Pack Armor, limited edition, limited to 1,000 units being sold with batteries, and it's $275, and it comes with plastic and die-cast, main figure and armor pack, transforms between 3 modes. You get that Gerwalk, you get the jet, you get LED light-up function, the engines light up, you get other parts that light up, highly detailed, fully articulated, limited to 1,000. I've seen this in several different places, but Shozi has it for pre-order right now. And this is an older project that's now sort of coming back around, like it's going to finally get made, but it's up for pre-order. Trojan Horse TH-01 Hurricane Waspinator. So this is a different take. It turns into a helicopter, and so it's kind of cool. Don't have a price yet, $1 down, and this thing is going to become a reality, I believe. So starting out, we do have X Transbots showing some coming soon, all of these different colors, and if they're coming soon at the same time, that's kind of my theory, that they do one production run, kind of change out the ink as they go, and that's how it goes. Makes a lot of sense, really smart. Side view of the boxes, pretty cool overall. Now, if you're not in on the Takara ones, or maybe you're wanting to see something fresh, or maybe you just want to complement it with different colors of the same similar type of character with a little bit different design, well, these are for you. KFC, which is X Transbots, pretty much the same thing. Packaging art for 3 of their upcoming Junkion / Psykill. So, pretty cool there. You know, I would really like X Transbots to do all the GoBots. I don't care what mold they reuse. Do all the GoBots. I'm down with it, and I'd be on board with it. I just don't need Psykill a 3rd, 4th time. So, let's go ahead and do some different characters. Anyway, Psykill is pretty cool for those who missed out on the last one. It's like a starting point, a jumping off point, so I understand. So, pretty cool. Here's the back of the boxes, and it kind of shows them broken down. Looks like you see some innards to them too, kind of some really cool, interesting type of artwork, and yeah, it works. KFC. We got a shadow of the MP, is this Fans Hobby? MP24 updated prototype. So we kind of know it's like a Dreadwing or Dreadwind or something along those lines, and this is like a combine, all that kind of stuff. I don't know why we're going back to kind of the shadow stuff, but there it goes. So we should see more reveals coming up soon. You know, they like to just shower us with pictures, so there'll be more soon. Okay, so last week, BotCon, we got to see the X Transbots version of the Orion. It was, what are they calling this one? Oringo, something along the lines. This is the PAX figure. And the thing about this is that we saw the actual prototype at BotCon, and then they ended up giving us digital renders this week, is what it looks like to me. Maybe these are real items, but some of this looks like digital renders to me. But anyway, moving along, we get to see the actual alt mode. Now, we did not see the alt mode before, so it looks like some parts are different, a little bit different. Like, some parts are way different than what we got with the cups. So some remolded parts in there, which you'd expect. So that's probably why it took them a little bit longer to get around to this, because they did remold quite a few parts to make it look really good. It does. It does look pretty good. Here it is with, which is kind of strange. So you got a gray prototype inserted into the trailer. So maybe they just wanted to emphasize the trailer part of this and all that. So that's pretty cool right there. But then we get to see it transformed into whatever it can do. It adds a little bit of functionality and something we haven't seen before. So all that works pretty good. Ryan Packs. King Toys coming out. All kinds of pictures. CT Chaihyo 06. So this is kind of the Rhino mode and looks pretty good. Overall, it is stylized take. This is taking a long time, but it's not like it's over. It's not like we're left questioning anything about this. We know that's in the works. There's some other combiners that we still have questions about, right? Here goes the bot mode for that one, and looking pretty solid. Actually, when I do look at this, I do feel like this does look pretty solid. So overall, that's something that's really important when it comes to a combiner. Is it going to stand? Is it going to hold up? And all that good stuff. Speaking of standing and holding up, here it is in the leg mode, and that does look like a Predaking leg, so works for me. There it goes, stylized. A lot of stuff going on. Here we go with the 08, CT 08, and kind of get to see both modes right there. What's going on, color, all that great stuff. This thing's going to be really colorful in all different arrays of colors, I think, so still pretty cool overall, and it's good to know the projects continue to go on. And I get a lot of people asking me about, have you heard from Kang Toys or anything else about Kang Toys and Kang Toys? But then now we seem to see a lot at once, and then they kind of give us a little bit of time, and then they show us a lot more. Now we got colored pictures of the 05, so there's 3 of them they're putting in color. 2 with the colored pictures, 1's in gray scale, and they're going out of order for whatever reason, but that's fine. And this guy looks kind of beefy, looks pretty awesome. Thorilla. Thorilla? And there he is in the bot mode. So either mode looks pretty good, but I think most people are just going to have this in combine mode. I really don't think people are going to have this in individual bot mode or alt mode or any of those kinds of things. So it still looks pretty cool. So we got this picture. Anytime we see this, we get a flood of pictures from Takara. But this is Takara's NPM 12, and it's a Nemesis version, and so it's almost like it's a teaser, but we don't officially put it out. It's someone else is putting it out, but they're putting it out. It's going to be official next week, and we're going to see tons of pictures, but it's not really going to be too much of a surprise. Still kind of interesting, bubbly movie, Nemesis Prime. So MSC put out another picture here of their Deathsaurus, and looks pretty good, and I like the way it looks. So it looks good. I think they're doing a good job. I think X-Transbots will be a good job. And like I said every single time, I'm pretty sure this is going to be easier to transform, but it does still look sort of complex overall, and nice looking figure. I like the colors. I like the color separation, breakups. It just looks like a whole lot of busy stuff going on, but it looks good, and it works. Okay, the company, the MH03 Transport Officer Tactical Car, company making the KO of Thomas, or one of them, one of the companies KO in this stuff, is making an extra add-on kit for like a towing car, and here is what it opens up to look like and stuff. So this is what I thought was going to be an add-in included and for free. The verbiage behind this makes it sound like it would be a nice add-on for your Thomas, and so it makes me wonder, this is no longer going to be included for free. This is what I thought was included for free at one point in time. But I guess I'm wrong. I'm not going to get this. If it was included for free, it would be kind of a nice perk. And we'd be like, oh yeah, KOs are cool. But they're trying to kind of make you pay extra for it. If that's the case, I might be wrong. I might be misreading their verbiage, and it might still be getting tossed in. But I don't know. I guess these are more Target Masters that come with that set. If you do want to buy the extra set, be interesting to find out more information down the road. But then it's kind of convoluted with the KO. Can't think of a better transition from Masterpiece to KO other than Rising Force Catfish. So I feel like I've been catfished, because this was originally supposed to be a Masterpiece set, and now it's going to be a Legend set. And the first one that's out, they named it Catfish. You've been catfished. Thinking you're getting... How come I'm the only one laughing? Come on, guys. thinking you're getting a masterpiece, and then they decide they're going to go ahead and switch it all up and start making a Legends one because there's less competition in the Legends. And turns out now they probably could have actually done well in the masterpiece area because there are people that don't have a Minosaur for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so we got a New Age lucky draw version of David, their Optimus Prime. I thought lucky draw meant gold. They did make a gold one, but then we're seeing clear, so it's lucky draw clear. I think this is a super limited edition kind of thing, but still getting to see the pictures. It's pretty cool to see them. And then they want to tease you with, you might not be able to get this, so let's show you what you could do if you put a green light to it. So it does kind of look cool. So I guess whatever kind of color of light you're shining through it, it's going to reflect it really well. And that looks awesome. So kind of cool stuff. Now I do want to say that New Age showed the packaging for their Grimlock. And I just want to formally apologize to New Age if I've said anything negative, like your figures are too small and your engineering's not as good as Magic Square's. If I said that 700 times in the past, I apologize. You make up for it with this packaging. It's fantastic. This is awesome. I love the way this looks. And I'm a packaging buff. I like the box. I like the packaging. And with this, I mean, it's a win. It's a win. I've got this coming in. This exact one. I'm so excited that I had to check all the E44EX and all that with my order and all that. So, yes, this is the one I'm getting. I love the package. New Age, please accept any and all of my apologies. Alright, so we've got the McFans Toys MF54B microscope. It's the black version of Perceptor. This is they stole the design from Magic Square. I bet you they paid Magic Square to use their design, but whatever. They knocked it off. KO. They didn't even upscale it. It's the same size. So anyhow, this is the black version. It should be coming pretty soon. But I was like, since we're looking at this McFans Toys, what else is on the McFans Toys radar? What are they working on? And they're working on this. I've shown this before, Sunstorm. I still think it is awesome that we're going to get this in a G1, and we're going to get it in the Legends scale. So they're doing a lot of good things. A lot of people say, hey, all they do is knock stuff off, but this is their own design. And whether or not you like it or hate it, it's their own design. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. And they've got some more stuff that's on the way. I don't know if you guys remember this rubbish blur over here. I think this is a fantastic looking blur. I have the DX9 blur. Yeah, it's like 700 years old, but this is so much better, and I like the way this looks better, and it's going to be taller, it's going to be bigger, it's going to fit with my collection a whole lot better than what DX9 did, and I know a lot of people don't like the DX9 one, but it's all we have until this comes out. So in Takara style, we got some sloppy looking pictures of this thing. Last week for the mainline Hasbro reveal, it's a Shattered Glass, and there's a more of a name for this that is the Magnificus Shattered Glass Perceptor. Now, this one here it looks good, it looks great, and pretty much exactly like I said last week, we're going to get better pictures of it, but I haven't even handled the standard Perceptor yet, and so I'm sure a few people have, but it has not hit retail anywhere around me, so I'm waiting for it to come in the mail and that kind of stuff. But here are the alt modes, which I was kind of surprised about the alt modes. I forgot they integrated the third mode into this, but I mean, not like that's hard or anything, but there it is, all three modes, and then these are the same pictures from the Bit Tick from last week. So better pictures, and I have no idea when this is going to be sold or how it's going to be sold. Maybe it has something to do with that PulseCon. Alright, so we got some pictures via Prime versus Prime, and this is the Studio Series SS92 Deluxe, The Last Night Crosshairs. So if you're into the movie stuff, this is pretty cool. Say what you want about Prime versus Prime, but he does capture some amazing angles on these figures, and it really does look pretty good. So I do kind of like the pictures, and pretty high quality pictures. But anyway, looking at this is the first time. For me personally, it doesn't do much for me, but other people out there probably really like it. So we got an interesting picture of some of the red figures. I think these are all red figures, and this is the Prime red figure, Optimus Prime, Transformers Prime, which is bigger, which I think actually properly scales with Prime figures. So my whole point of showing this is, why did we not get this in the first place? Why did we not get the correct scale of Optimus Prime and all the characters to blend in with your collection that you already have. It makes absolutely no sense to make them a full inch or so smaller. We should have had this in the first place, but I guess they're correcting it, or course correcting, or moving forward, going forward. I don't know, maybe. What do you guys think? If you guys have this figure, does it fit with your Prime collection? Speaking of the Red series, though, we do have the Red Shockwave. There's a picture of it showing up, so that's pretty cool. So not around here. Nowhere around here. There's nothing new really, except for the ridiculously expensive Speedia 500, 5000. So anyway, it does look good. I think this Shockwave is a pretty good looking figure. So one of the better looking Red figures that's out there. I don't hate on Red either, but I feel like it could have been better since they don't transform. But it's not bad. It's not horrible for the price point. Well, the price is going up. So we got a picture of this Buzzworthy Bumblebee Cyberverse one-step changer, Wave 2, found at U.S. retail. I do also want to point out, and I didn't get pictures of them, but the 4-pack that has the Insecticon in there, that's out at retail right now, and there's a few other things going on. And there is the toy color Pterosaur. Is it Pterosaur? So a lot of this Buzzworthy Bumblebee stuff is showing up at Target. Target is really doing a lot this past week, actually. A lot of stuff starting to show up and it's starting to work out. And they worked out all their geeks with their clearance, so that's why new stuff's starting to show up at Target. Pretty awesome, pretty exciting. I mean, maybe this figure's not the most exciting, but the fact this Buzzworthy Bumblebee line gives us a second chance at some figures, or we get some figures remolded slightly to get new characters, that'll work. So we did find the Legacy Leader Prime Dreadwing listing. And so this is something that, like, still kind of rumor type of deal, but it sounds kind of cool. I'm interested in seeing how this plays out, but it is a leader class figure, but that doesn't mean it's going to be bigger. It's just going to have more stuff going on with it. Maybe just a complex transformation, something along those lines, but be interesting to see how this actually plays out and what the final product looks like. So I really don't think this is a huge deal, but year 2 of Legacy is going to be titled Legacy Evolution. Not a big deal. They got to kind of keep this fresh and move it forward, and it'll probably have a slight packaging variation because retailers seem to like a fresh packaging because it does sell better. But there's going to be more information on this September 30th when we have PulseCon. PulseCon's probably going to have a whole lot of stuff going on. PulseCon's where we're going to be getting that 2-pack with that Alpha Trion, all that kind of stuff. So that's something we definitely need to be dialed in on September 30th. If that's the only thing you're going for, stay dialed in on it. But we do have more stuff going on. We've got a TF Con coming up also, and that's not a con job. We're getting Susie Blue for this. So she is a voice actress that's been doing this for a long time. But our RC, our beloved RC, and it goes back there. She actually does, I think, Daniel's voice. She does little boy voices, female voices, all that kind of stuff. Just fantastic. She has done such a great job, and so it's shaped our childhood. So anyway, kind of interesting that she's going to be there. She stays super involved in the Transformers world too, so really exciting. So this is something that I know absolutely nothing about, and maybe I'm just way off on this. This is maybe super old. Is this super old? But this is called the UNEX Darkseid Optimus Prime. It seems like something that would be new, but based on an old design, and here is an alt mode. Now, I don't know if this is either old or custom, but it says Takara, and I figure it might be coming down the road, so I don't know, but it doesn't look like Masterpiece. It definitely looks like it's sort of a mainline, like a chuggish, ruggish, so figured I'd show some pictures. Maybe we'll get more information on it soon, or maybe this thing is so old that I forgot it even exists. So transforming away from Transformer news. Did that make you laugh? No. Okay. So we've got Hiya Toys introducing their Snake Eyes, and it looks good. Hiya Toys makes great 3.75 inch to 4 inch scale figures. They do a great job. They are $20 figures. They are higher priced figures. They do carry a premium because they are such high quality. They are basically a third party company that's putting a lot of effort into making these. Now, they started off with Snake Eyes, and I'm disappointed in that because I'm Snake Eyes out personally. Maybe other people out there aren't, but I don't know if I have 11 Snake Eyes or 35. I just don't know, and I just don't need another one. So, would have liked them to have led with a different character. The popularity of Snake Eyes, I guess, is why they did this, but For me, I just don't need another one, and I'm not in on this. But I'll probably dip my toe in another character down the road. But I do like this. I do like the 25th anniversary style, 50th anniversary, all the kind of stuff they were going with that, and I like that. I have quite a bit of it, but I don't have it all. And there are certain characters I would like to see, some obscure characters take some risks. Problem is, I don't think they're going to go very deep. We're not going to get a big lob or anything, which would be fantastic. So Mattel's put out some additional pictures of their Masterverse line. So this is Jitsu, and it looks pretty good. We've seen this before, so this is really nothing new, but it does look pretty good. If you missed out on the classics, this is your chance to get a good Jitsu for not $200. I don't know how much it goes, actually. But for about, I think these are all going to be like the $22.99 price point. None of these are the deluxes. Here is the Sunman, and I think he looks pretty good. Actually, I think it looks cooler than what we got with the Origins. Again, the Origins is a whole different thing, but this does look kind of cool. And I do have the Origins one, and I think this is interesting. I'm definitely picking this up. Pretty cool looking figure. Battle Armor He-Man, and so they say all these are supposed to be up for pre-order also. So this is kind of what they put out when they're soliciting this stuff, so that you can pre-order it and get a little bit more excitement. These pictures, it's great, it's cool, works out. Speaking of pre-ordering, we do have all of these. This is, I don't even remember what wave 10? Wave 10 to pre-order. So I did get mine pre-ordered, a couple of doubles on some of these that I think are going to be hard to find, and so I can open one. I'm really going to be excited to build an Eternia display. Might not be excited about how much Eternia costs, but still, pretty cool wave overall. I mean, I don't hate on anything. A lot of people really want a Trapjaw, even if it's the wrong colors. They missed out on the first Trapjaw. So not a bad one, but I don't think it's going to be flying off shelves. Whiplash is, people have been wanting that. And then King Randor, even vintage-only collectors will probably be cashing in on King Randor because they don't want to spend $100, $200 on a vintage one. So the big news right here is the He-Man movie characters. Now, I got to tell you that I have not watched this movie in a long time, so I'm going to rewatch it. On YouTube, there's someone that uploaded in like small increments. So you've got to watch 10 minutes at a time or something like that. But still, it's pretty cool. I want to say that Super 7 already made these, and they're super hard to get now, and they're expensive. And with that, I think that the Super 7 He-Man looks better, but I think this Skeletor looks as good as the Super 7, if not better than Super 7. And both of these will be cheaper. They're deluxe for $35, but they're cheaper than the original price of Super 7. So you're getting sort of the same thing for a lot lower price. So that's the point right there. Now, my only issues with the He-Man itself is the head sculpt's not the greatest, and that there's just the body's so cut up, you see all of the joints. Versus Skeletor, you really don't see those cuts as bad, and so it kind of blends in and hides better. So it looks fantastic. So I think Skeletor's a clear winner. The He-Man's still not bad. It's not a bad one. Soft goods and all that, fantastic. So the next Gargoyles figure from Neca is going to be this Broadway 7-inch scale Ultimates figure. And it looks really cool. It looks like a bit of a pudgy one versus all the super muscular ones that were out there. So I don't know a lot about Gargoyles. I'm not even going to fake it till I make it. But I think it looks cool. And I'm going to sort of keep up with this line. I think if it doesn't go too deep, if they make 50 of these, I'm not going to keep up with it. But if they make like 10 total, I think I can keep up with it. But this looks pretty cool, and so when it shows up at a Target or something, I'll pick it up or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order it. I don't know if I want to spend the extra amount that you have to do to get online, but it still looks pretty cool. And these things are just massive. I've got one of them in my Thundercats display just to kind of fill up some space until more Thundercats come out. And that thing is huge. It's just hard to fit that in there, and I got a pretty good-sized display. So Target Haulathon, it is pretty easy to get most of this stuff right here. You can get the Usagi Jimbo, the Neutrinos for the Turtles. You can get the other Turtle 2-pack that's going on right now at Target. Also, you get the Defenders of the Earth and 2 new ones, Mandrake, the Magician, the other guy. And then you can get this Turtle Hunchback up there. So all of this stuff, pretty much everything up here. But the one thing that's not really online that I didn't see was this box set. But people are seeing it in the store, so with the shredder and all that. So if I catch one in my Target. I'm getting one for my son. He really wants that shredder, and it's a pretty awesome shredder. So this is more or less very easy to get most of this stuff. I imagine by next week we're going to find out about the Toka and Razor. Maybe this box set will be up there and easy to get. Who knows? But pretty exciting, pretty easy to get this stuff, and that's a good thing. All right, so Nacelle has put up more pictures and more ordering information. Pre-orders are live right now on the Nacelle site. N-A-C-E-L-L-E. I keep spelling it wrong. So anyway, this is Sectaurs, and they have 2 characters up for pre-order right now. Of course, we have the Dargon, and then we also have Stellara. Now, pictured in this, Stellara does not have her correct gear on, so that I think this is like super early pictures. They don't even have all of the gear ready for her. Her shield, her gun, all of her stuff, and definitely not her harness. That's they're literally using vintage weapons as stand-ins and accessories just to kind of doctor up this picture. But I'm super excited about this. I'm trying to get in on 4 of these. They are 40 apiece. 40 apiece. I thought they'd be 30, but it's better than 50. But they are going with the exact same articulation and design as the originals. But you have to understand, Stellara is only existent right now in prototype form. So this is kind of like that Apache Commander from Ramen Toy. Like, get it now or you never get it, right? I took a screenshot of this, so it just kind of shows you 40 for each figure, or you can buy a set of 2 for 80. You don't really save anything, so I don't know what the point of that is. They call this the Wave 1. And if you can look right here, you can also see the accessories. The actual accessories you're going to get with this figure and this character and all that kind of stuff still doesn't show you what her harness, her straps, her belt, and harness, all that stuff is going to look like. But I don't think they've got it all quite done yet. And they're taking pre-orders. But still looks pretty cool. I mean, the figure itself, the base figure, looks spot on. The weapons, accessories look very close to the prototypes. So I'm really going to just be pretty much happy with whatever they give us if it matches what they've shown us so far. Some people say it should have upgraded the articulation, given us a few more cuts and points of articulation. But no, I actually want this to match my vintage collection, because there's only 8 characters, 9 total figures, 1 duplicate character that were created. So let's get all these unproduced prototypes from Nacelle. Okay, so we do have some Star Wars news this week. This is the Gaming Grades Battle Droid and Rocket Launcher Trooper. This blows my mind. This blows my mind. Hasbro's going to cancel reissues of popular characters that are guaranteed to sell. And they're just going to give you repaints of characters as their newest thing. I don't get it. I don't understand what Hasbro's thinking at all. I don't get it. I really don't. You're going to cancel your reissues, but you're going to reissue figures with just slight paint variations. Okay, so we got some pictures of Andor Shore Trooper and Ferrix. So now I'm kind of okay with this, what I guess is a Ferrix guy. So you could say maybe he's your ATST commander or something along those lines. Is that what it would be? So I don't really know. I haven't watched the show yet. None of us have, so we don't know. And then a Shore Trooper. Now, I've started to see some of these Shore Troopers and those kinds of things at Target. They've been making some of these troopers that are just peg warming hard. And the price is a big part of it. You know, $27.99. These aren't going to sell. The price is too high, the characters are too obscure, and there's not really anybody that wants them. So, kind of a problem. Same thing going on over here. We've got the Andor, Cassian, and the Imperial Officer, and they look okay. I mean, they're not bad looking figures. See, the Black Series figures do not look bad at all. They're good looking figures. It's just character choice and price they're outpricing the market, and the character choice just aren't relevant, and they're going to sit. And I did validate today another Ollie's with an Ocean of Landos, and Lando is a fantastic character, fantastic figure. I love it, but even at $10, they can't move that guy. And so with these at 27, I mean, are they going to move fast? Maybe they're only going to make like 1,000, right? At least they're going to have the correct packaging. I think Hasbro is backpedaling the packaging situation. They have really backpedaled this. So this picture has Usual Mike Television's symbol on it. So he is fantastic. I love watching his YouTube stuff. I just haven't been catching up on Star Wars as much lately. But pretty cool that they're still using the packaging that I like and the plastic, and not just completely covering it up with a cardboard box, because Truthfully, I don't really want to buy any of those that are covered up in the cardboard box. Alright, so let me know what else is out there that is cool this week in news. What am I missing? What other fun stuff is out there? I like to stay in the know, and a lot of y'all do help me out with that. So, like and subscribe, comment in the comments below, keep me up to date. Tadir Hanger out.